Okay, we got a new update, and as promised, Honey Badger Tribe will report. Yes, for those who aren't aware of what real people look like that don't go through plastic surgery and say, oh, I got to go out for a little while I have some medical procedures done. This is what working all day actually looks like, so I ain't worried about it. I'm going to tell you something right now. Every one of you candidates on that Ed First Alliance page, I'm about to flip this camera around and we're going to highlight every one of y'all. So, here's what's happened now. We have, over and over again, proved the person acting like a lunatic leftist in this state is Sloan Ratcliffe. There is a real good reason why a couple of us who she asked to be on that pack with her for Ed First declined to join. Because we had the sense to know better than to get involved with something like that. So, this woman was issued a cease and desist letter. There's another one on the way. From an attorney, unlike her little random, hollow, baseless threats that she pulls on everybody. Threaten me that the ADL's monitoring me. Ooh, I'm supposed to be scared a bunch of liberal, leftist, World Economic Forum people are watching me. Hi, I'm still in freedom. That's right. So I'm going to call you out, Sloan Ratcliffe. I have already proven you can't do paperwork right. Just go look on the North Carolina Secretary of State website. What I'm wondering now is, are babies born without a soul? Because I thought they all were. I really did. Now I'm starting to think about that. Real interesting. Because here's what we got today. See, these public records requests are a lot of fun. And they prove us right over and over again. Candidates who are still standing with Sloan Ratcliffe. Oh, and the soon-to-be announced new ones coming out of Henderson County. We got plenty on that one, too. All right, so I'm going to flip this around and show y'all the line Sloan Ratcliffe has now crossed. But before I do, I'm going to remind you of her own words. Remember, every dog has its day. Woof. Let's see. What else we got here? Both of you. This was a defamatory email she sent out to Lynn Hoosier, another gentleman, but she included Jim Quick, Roger Farina, and Brian Echeverria on it as well, calling these two gentlemen racist pigs because they questioned her over a black candidate. First of all, that candidate is registered as Hispanic. So won't you get it right? Okay? Let's see. Everyone sees you for the vile, racist, child molester protectors you have always been. Really? Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. At this point, everybody's seeing you, Sloan Ratcliffe, for what you are. And I'm going to show it the nice new... Besides the fact we now have her contacting a man who operates like a communist, in my opinion, out of Davidson County, sitting on a board of education. Let's look at what else she's reached out. And don't worry, they're coming from Rutherford County, too. I promise you I'll be getting those as well. And they're coming from Polk County. We know how you operate, and we're exposing it. So, here we go. Let me turn this around and show y'all what we have fresh in our hands, so to speak. This is an email sent Friday, September 2nd, right before 1 p.m. by Sloan Ratcliffe to the board members of Catawba County Schools. Let me just read this garbage to you. Esteemed board members, by way of introduction, my name is Sloan Ratcliffe, and I'm the president of one of North Carolina's largest education groups, Education First Alliance. It has come to our attention that the leader of a local parent group called Catawba Mama Bears, Kelly Moore, is also the officer and key representative of a group named North Carolina Citizens for Constitutional Rights, who publicly incites hatred against people of the Jewish faith. This is a group that organizations like ADL and others are monitoring for extremism. Please read this report authored by Global Anti-Semitism Monitoring Group, and then she's going to cite that ridiculous group Nasher Jew again, which has no legitimacy. Due to our support of a black candidate for office and because of my Jewish identity, Ms. Moore and her associates have targeted me and our organization for harassment. I am concerned for the safety of minority parents could be in jeopardy by allowing Ms. Moore and her associates an outsized role in school board matters in your county. Please share this information with others. Then she pulled something off a website. That is not from the North Carolina Secretary of State. That is just some random website that just offers generic information. It's not official. And there's her signature again. That's right. Own it. That's it. So, Tracy Ovett wanted to go on and sent a bunch of emails to sheriffs and all these other people claiming how upset I was on the night of like June 25th when I did a live. I was laughing about my conversation with the police in Winston-Salem. Y'all ain't seen me upset. Now I'm a little bit upset. Keep pushing, because we will see you in court. You have put this defamation out, and anybody else out there who is still standing with Sloan Rackmuth, there is a time when things are black, gray, white. There is not one here. There is good and evil, people, and let's see who's standing with it. Let me get these pulled up real quick, and so we make sure to publicize the candidates in North Carolina who are still standing with this. And I promise you, I've got the emails informing all of them with evidence. They are aware of it. So every one of these people running for office that are to be found on her website, you better know right now, I can prove to you, I've already shown them her tactics, which are those of what we all think of as a communist, trying to silence everybody, committing defamation, because she's so desperate, she can't prove me wrong for my original video on June 15th, showing how her paperwork was set up wrong. She was soliciting donations as a nonprofit and a PAC on one entity. That is against the law. And I've reported it. It is still under investigation, and I have that in writing. So let's flip it around. Let's make sure we know which Republicans, that's right, North Carolina Republican Party, the head of that place, those people won't answer a phone call. They are terrified of little old me. They will not answer a single question. They can't run from it forever. And that's probably why there's now the number one group of voters in this state are unaffiliated. More and more people are realizing what a waste and garbage both political parties are. They've been lying to you forever. So let's look at the current ones standing with this. Let's flip it around. Here we go. Make sure you know Brian Echeverria, Warren Daniel, Neil Jackson, again, a preacher. A preacher is standing with this slander, lying, defamation tactic. Norm Sanderson, Joe Pike, who apparently doesn't even have a photo out there. Ralph Hayes, my favorite. I personally sent a special email to him and his legislative assistant with the evidence showing it. And what is his cowardice self doing? The same thing he's always done. Hide, hide, hide. Unless you're a donor or politician with a big check for him. And I can prove that too. Let's see. Who else we got here? Oh, we cannot forget all these Board of Education members, because these people want to be in charge of your child's education while they're standing with a known bully breaking the law. Here we go. Let's see. There's Moore County. Tammy Stanley. I think this woman is the only one that did not have an actual email address. Laura Blackwell, Laura Kinsinger, Danielle Hayes, Melanie Freeman, Sean Turner, Cabarrus County. Let's see who else we got over here. It's pulling over. Jalissa Jumper, Nyrell Melvin, Melissa Mason, Sarah Absher. Oh, according to her and her misspellings, that's Ronan Moffett. Yeah, I looked it up. It's Robin Moffett. If you're going to endorse people, won't you learn to spell? Sandy Moyer. These are all your candidates, North Carolina, standing with somebody who has no problem violating laws. And yes, we can prove that too. She has a criminal charge over in Union County for this stuff. But just to break down real quick, she has now attacked Kelly Moore, one of the most upstanding, finest citizens you could ever be so lucky to meet. I say that from personal experience. I say that from witnessing her actions and knowing her heart. And this crap about screaming racism and Jewish, absolutely false. 100%. And ADL, please. So, okay, so Sloan Rackmuth standing with the ADL. They happen to be World Economic Forums and some of the biggest libtards you'll ever see. There you go. Keep standing with them. That's your handwriting right there and your signature on that email. Sitting there, these threats, these defamation, all this crap. This is all she has. She cannot prove we were wrong when we exposed the problems with her businesses, so to speak, that the IRS does not recognize. Y'all can go look it up yourself. But she's telling you that they're nonprofits registered in North Carolina. Yep, well, she's never proven us wrong. All she does is the same old tactics of the left. Smear, defame, threaten, scare tactics. That's all it is. All while she's taking in big checks from people like Pat Gavigan with the support of Jim Anthony. Yeah, we've got that in your Never Trumper rant, Mr. Anthony. We've got that too. That is what your Republican Party is, people. Soak it up. And check your voter's registration. If you're going to be a Republican, you need to be knowing this is what you're standing with because they are working with her.